Hello, my name is Dominic Cruz from Professor Karen Wisdom and Dr. Mary Lou Shockley's Business 601 course, and this PowerPoint presentation will be about semicolons. Some of you may have heard of a semicolon, or even used it on a rare occasion in your writing, but what exactly is a semicolon? A semicolon is a type of punctuation mark that connects two independent clauses that are related. In this PowerPoint presentation, I will illustrate how to correctly apply semicolons in your academic writing. Due to the fact that semicolons are not considered a popular type of punctuation mark, due to its complexity, it's often misused and avoided by many in their writing. The purpose that semicolons and commas serve are very similar, so much so that semicolons are sometimes referred to as a super comma. The same way commas represent a pause within your writing, semicolons represent a strong pause or a deep breath within your writing. In the previous slide, I mentioned just how similar commas and semicolons are, but let me define what a comma is. A comma is a type of punctuation mark that connects two independent clauses while a conjunction is included. A semicolon connects two independent clauses, but the main difference is that a semicolon is used when a conjunction is not present. Remembering that rule about conjunctions is what often confuses writers and causes them to misuse semicolons in their writing. This picture illustrates a colon next to a semicolon with the caption above the colon reading, "Why are you crying?" which refers to the semicolon punctuation mark resembling a teardrop. The caption above the semicolon reads, "Nobody understands me," which once again points out the confusion surrounding when and how to use semicolons. In this slide, I will provide the rules to using semicolons and how to correctly apply them. Rule number 1. Use a semicolon in between two independent clauses when a conjunction is missing. In the example, if a conjunction like and, or but was inserted after the word lunch, then a comma would be more appropriate. But since there's no conjunction, a semicolon should be used in its place. Rule number 2. In between two independent clauses that are linked by a transitional expression. An example of a transitional expression are phrases like, in other words, however, anyway, and in this example, the word so is the transitional expression. Rule 3. With lists that has commas. Here's where semicolons get that super comma nickname from. An example, you can see numerous lists that has commas within a sentence. Rule number 4. With sentences that have elliptical construction. Elliptical construction is when parts of a sentence is supposed to be implied by the reader. In the sentence, last month Mary had $5,000 in her bank account, 2 weeks later only $1,000. The reader has to apply 2 weeks later only $1,000 is referring to Mary and her bank account. Last rule is that ordinary words should be capitalized after the semicolon. In this example, the word my is an ordinary word, therefore it's not capitalized. This figure here is Sam, the semicolon, and he further illustrates the main purpose of semicolons, and below is another example of how to correctly apply semicolons. The caption reads, "My main job is to separate two main clauses, but I can also be used in lists when commas are already in use," which was stated in the previous slide. My struggle with semicolons date back to my past English courses. Emphasis was never put on semicolons, and instead of given to the common types of punctuation marks that's frequently used like commas and periods, and because that emphasis was never placed on semicolons, I never took the time to fully understand and comprehend its function and its purpose in writing. Lastly, its similarity to commas always caused me to simply insert a comma, even if a semicolon should have been used instead. Here's a link to a website I found that can assist with semicolons and other punctuation marks. The site presents clear explanations how to use semicolons and how to correctly apply them in your writing. As you can see, anyone can simply click on any type of punctuation mark, and its definition and how it's used will pop up and give anyone all the assistance they need. Here are a few tips to avoid misusing semicolons in your writing. Instead of connecting the two independent clauses, just keep them separate by placing a period in between them and make two different sentences. Remember to not use a semicolon to start a list, and when there's an independent and dependent clause, use a comma instead of a semicolon. One last tip is that whenever you see a conjunction adverb like instead, anyway, in addition, etc., it's an indicator that semicolons should be placed before them. That concludes my presentation on semicolons. I hope I helped you understand semicolons more clearly, and thank you for all your help and patience. Thank you.